Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if not. My name is Kids, this is my book channel, and today I am doing my April, May, and June reading wrap-up. I was going to add July in here, but if I'm being completely honest, I'm in a bit of a reading slump, so I think I've only read like one book so far in July. So yeah. Anyway, so we're going to do a little reading wrap-up. Like I said, I do have my tablet here in front of me, so that way even the books that I don't have on me, I can still remember that I read them and how I felt about them. So that's not where I need to be. There we go. There's April. Hello? Okay. So, first off, honorable mention. I haven't finished, at the time in which I'm filming this, I haven't finished this book yet, but I am about 150 pages in, and I am liking it so far. A little murder mystery romance is actually kind of cute. Didn't think I would like it, but anyway. So, first off, sorry, I have to readjust. First off, I read a very beloved book on BookTube, BookTok, the book world, and that is The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah. I did read this for a video. I started this video months ago. I still haven't read the other books that are supposed to go in that video, hence why it's not out yet. Anyway, The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah. This is about two sisters during World War II. Hold on, I'm fighting with my tablet right now. The screen timeout is so short, and even when I fix it, it's like, no, I choose to take way less time. So, or maybe that'll fix it. Anyway, this is about two sisters during World War II. It's a historical fiction. It was really good. It was really well written. I am not a huge history person, but oh my goodness, this one was so good. It was a little big, so I did end up audiobooking a lot of it. But it was so good, so well written. I did guess the ending, which I wasn't surprised that I guessed the ending, because my brain will not let me turn it off and not think when I'm reading a book, which is why mystery thrillers are never surprising towards the end. But for real, it was, I think I gave it a 4.5, 4.75. I didn't give it a 5-star, which is weird because I know a lot of people give it 5 stars. I've even seen some people give it 6 stars. I wouldn't say it was my most favorite book of all time, but I would say I think everyone, especially history buffs, should read this at least once in their life. It was really hard though, reading about it and hearing how those who followed Hitler, how they treated other people, and obviously I know, the history of World War II, but I don't know, just reading about it and kind of being immersed in that world and hearing / seeing it the way I did broke my heart, and I absolutely hated that. But like I said, very well written. Definitely think everyone should read this at least once in their lifetime. So next I read, where is it? Okay, next I read Guild by Raven Kennedy. I didn't like it. I really didn't. Literally the first few sentences start off with some very spicy, very inappropriate stuff that made me a little uncomfortable. And I was listening to it on audiobook, and I was in the living room with my mom. Thank goodness I had my headphones on, because those first few sentences I was like, the heck is happening? What the heck is happening? And I have a friend who absolutely loves that series, and so the next time I saw her, I was like, how do you think this is a good book? It was so there was a lot going on. I mean, the writing style itself wasn't bad. It was just very spice heavy, and the main girl infuriated me. But I gave it a 3-star because it really wasn't bad, and the writing style was really good. But there was a lot. This book could have been so much shorter had the inappropriate stuff not been happening. So, next I read The Cherry Crush Flower Shop by Harper Graham. This book I saw in one of my Facebook community groups. That's where I'm looking for. And it was really good. I gave it 5 stars. It does get a little bit spicy, but it's very similar to the Pumpkin Spice Cafe series, where it's small town, everyone knows everyone, interconnected standalone. This is the third book in this series, though, and I do want to read the rest of the series, but like I said, it's interconnected standalone, so it's okay that I read it out of order. But yeah, I gave it 5 stars. It was so good. Next, I read Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. Lots of ebooks and audiobooks. It wasn't bad by any means. It was just, I'm not an Elsie Silver girl. I'm just not an Elsie Silver girl. I've tried really hard, I really have, but I just don't care for a lot of her books. I gave it 3 stars. This one, honestly, I don't remember most of it. What I do remember was the male main character being very immature and childish. That's the best way I can put that. Because there were a lot of times where he was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-sabotaging? No. Self-deprecating? No. I mean, he was that too. But there were a lot of times where he was like, she doesn't like me. And I'm annoyed and I'm mad about it. I didn't like him. I didn't like him at all. He was annoying. He was a little brat. He was infuriating. Basically all synonyms of infuriating, that's what he was. But I like the female main character. She was a baddie. As long as I'm not confusing that with the other Elsie Silver book of hers I've read. Next, I read Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell. So the premise of this one is that the girl, the invisible girl, one of these days I'm gonna learn to not sit down here, because at least one leg always goes to sleep. Sometimes both of them go to sleep. It's not fun. Anyway, the premise of this is that the invisible girl was in therapy, and then her therapist was like, okay, you don't need therapy anymore. And then she like follows him around and learns that he has like a bunch of secrets. You don't ever really get her POV though. Like you kind of do a little bit, but not really. It's mainly the therapist's wife's POV, which I didn't love. I very easily guessed the ending. Like I said, my brain will not let me turn it off when I'm reading. Mystery thrillers are literally never a shock to me. There's been one mystery thriller I've read that was a shock to me. That's all. But yeah, I do want to read other books by her to see if maybe this is just a one-off or something, but I did not care for it at all. I give it 3 stars. If We Ever Meet Again by Ana Huang. We all know I love Ana Huang. I have read the first 6 books in her Kings of Sin series. Love so many of them. I have the first 5 right now. I need to get the 6th one. I love her writing. She is amazing. So the fact that this book wasn't good to me was so disappointing. Like, genuinely, I was on the verge of tears from how disappointing it was, in my personal opinion. But it was just very insta-lust. Like, I'm kind of okay with insta-love, but insta-lust, I'm like, no, what is this? And I will say, I am aware that these characters are meant to be in college, and maybe that's why I prefer her Kings of Sin series over all of her other series. Like, I do like her Gods of the Game series as well, but I think that's why I prefer her Kings of Sin series, is because her, like, college age books are just very immature, and I don't love them. So I think that's why. But again, I do really like her Gods of the Game series. But anyway, with this book, I believe there was a cheating trope. I don't know. I DNF'd 50% of the way in because I was so like upset and disappointed. But yeah, I didn't like it. Anna, I love you. You're my boo. But what was this? Anyway, next, and you guys should have seen these books coming because I will not shut up about these ones. Legendary, Finale, and Spectacular. First off, Legendary, 2nd book in the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber. Absolutely loved it. Amazing. Chef's kiss, you know? Plot twist. I definitely did not expect the reveals that happened in this book. Especially the end. Like, the end got me. I was like, I'm sorry, what? What? That's what's happening right now? Okay. Gotta immediately read this one. But no, it was seriously so good. What did I give you? I don't know. I gave it 4.4. I cannot word right now. It's like 4 a.m. when I'm filming this. I give it like a 4.5, 4.75, something like that. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. Give me 14 of them right now. Finale. This one broke my heart a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. I love the dual POV in this one though. I love that we got both sisters' POVs because Caraval is mainly Scarlett's, and then Legendary is mainly Donatella's. This one was dual POV, and I absolutely love that because I love both sisters so much. This one was also either a 4.5, 4.75. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're both whichever one I rated them, but absolutely amazing. Like I said, give me 14 of them right now. Then Spectacular, the little holiday novella. I loved this. I give it 5 stars, which for a novella is like very, like, I feel like not a lot of novellas get 5 stars, but this was a 5-star for me. It was so good. I loved diving back into the world of Caraval. I will say though, the second half was so slow, but the first half was great and very easy to fly through. I think I read the first half in like 30 minutes, which that is a lot for me because that's like 100-ish pages. That is a lot in 30 minutes for me. But yes, absolutely loved it. I always want to be in the world of Caraval now. Next, I read The Defender by Ana Huang. This is the second book in the Gods of the Game series. This one was also 5 stars. It was so good. Like I said, Ana Huang does amazing writing, and there are very few books of hers that I don't like. This is not one of them. This is one that I absolutely loved. I read this one, The Defender, back to back, so having 2 5 stars back to back was really not on my bucket list, not gonna lie. But love to see it, and pretty sure that was the end, right? Was it? No, it was not. I also read The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Laurie Gilmore. It was good. It was cute. It's the second book in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe series. Oh my goodness, I cannot word right now. It's really annoying me. Now, here's the thing with this one. There were some really cringy moments. There's literally a point in which the FMC looks at the MMC and goes, "Aye, aye, Captain." Girl, what are you doing? Like, I thought you were trying to get with this man. Why would you say something? Why? Other than that, it was really good. I gave it like 4 stars. But it was just one of those moments where you're like, why in the world would you do this to yourself? And then after that, I read Curse of the Wolf King by Tessania Odette, I think is how you pronounce her name. That one was really good. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but with fae. There is a little bit of a minorly spicy. Okay, well, I would say like more like mild. It's supposed to be F.A. de Black Seed. It's a little bit more than that in my opinion, but it's not like very explicit. Like, it's literally yeah, technically it is considered a Fade to Black scene, but in my mind it's a little bit more than that. But again, not majorly spicy, not like ACOTAR levels of spice. But it was a really good book. There was one part towards the end though that I like slightly hated the male main character, but at the same time I know why, and like I knew at the time why he did what he did. And it still hurt to see because I knew why he was doing it. But I also knew that like I needed to not hate him because things were going to work out because it's a romance book, so why wouldn't it work out? But I gave it 4.5 stars, I believe. Next, I read Beartown by Frederick Bachman. Now, I have read, what's it called? A Man Called Obe by Frederick Bachman. Loved it. Amazing. 5 stars. Again, give me 14 of them right now. This book, though, Frederick, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Like, it would, there are very few books in the world where I'm like, how in the world can anyone give this like a 5 star? How can anyone like this? This was one of those books, though. Like, there are a lot of books where I'm like, okay, this I personally didn't like, but I guess I can see why other people like it. No, this one was awful, in my opinion. Okay, well, not awful, but like, bad enough. I gave it 2.75 stars or 3 stars, only because I do love his writing. But the book itself, I probably could have gone my whole life without reading and been fine. Like, if I'm being completely honest. But it's one of those books where you cannot forget that it's supposed to be a hockey book, because it reminds you every other page that this is a hockey book. And then something really bad happens to one of the characters, and my heart broke for her. But I also like the fact that she got her revenge in the end. So that's another reason why it wasn't only like 1-2 stars. So, and then finally, the most recent book I read was King of Gluttony by Anna Huang. Really good. I gave it 4 stars, 4.25 stars, something like that. It was so good. Again, love her writing, love the series. Not a single one of her books has been below 4 stars for me in the series. But yeah, it was really, really good. And I love, another thing I love about this series is that you can tell that the characters really do love each other, especially once it gets to the spicy scenes. Because like I said, insta love I'm fine with, insta lust I'm not okay with. Lust in general, I don't love, which is why I'm scared for King of Lust, because it's literally called King of Lust. So I'm like, am I gonna like that book? I'm still gonna read it so I can finish out the series, but I don't know. We'll see if I like it. But anyway, that is the end of this video. That is my little reading wrap up from the last few months. Hopefully within the next couple weeks I can get on my reading slump and I can start filming and posting again. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you within the next couple of weeks. I don't know. Anyway, bye.